So then the question kind of becomes, why aren't the experts in meditation like the ones becoming enlightened? And the answer is really fascinating. And it's that what happens to the kings is they think, okay, I'm unhappy. And so they go and satisfy that desire. And then they're unhappy because of something else. And they satisfy that desire. They satisfy that desire. And eventually they discover that no amount of satisfaction of my desires will ever bring me to happiness. And then they're screwed because the formula, the game that 99.999% of people on the planet in the history of humanity, this is the game that we've been playing for happiness. Y'all are unhappy about something. You're unhappy about your haircut. If you had gotten a different haircut, then you would be happier, right?
I mean, happy.
Marginally. Marginally.
I don't know if happy is the right term, but maybe satisfied.
Sure, right? So the positive affective experience,
yes.
Right? So like the contentment with life, the lack of frustration, the lack of maybe a tiny amount of shame or whatever. You said everything's fair game.
Yeah, no, by all means,
Dig in.
I'm in agreement. Yeah, go for it.
All right. So this is what happens. It's like these people attain everything. And then they're like, this doesn't work. And then they're screwed. And that absolute despair that nothing is going to work is actually the fuel that you need to become enlightened. Whereas the Brahmins, they're like, oh, we're going to be ascetic. We're going to forsake material things. So what they actually do is there's a seed of desire that's always there. The Brahmin wakes up in his hut, goes to the king's palace, teaches them meditation for an hour, eats a great meal at the king's palace, goes back home and eats a simple meal at home before dinner and then goes to bed, right? So every day they're traveling to the king's palace. They're seeing the person who has everything. And there's a seed of desire there that's left. You can get it really small, but you can't really get rid of it 100%, or it's very hard to. And so the really interesting thing is that it is through the gratification of your desires for some amount of time that you'll discover that desires are not the root of happiness. And once you learn that lesson internally, then you can really start chasing it.
Wow. Okay.
So the interesting thing is that most of the people that I work with who are like really on a spiritual path are also professionally incredibly successful. And what I try to help